Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out more Soundsmith. We're going to be continuing watching the How to Trolldier series. Today's video is called the Secondary Showcase Part 1 and 2. I cannot wait to watch this, man. I'm sure it's going to be just as awesome as the rest of the How to Trolldier series, and I can't wait to jump into it. So thank you so much to everybody who's been liking and commenting on all these recent videos, man. I really appreciate it. You are awesome. And with that being said, this is your first time stopping by the channel. Do not forget to hit that sub button, please, and thank you. And let's go ahead and jump into it. What?
Generally, when people think of Trolldier, they think of the rocket jumper and the market gardener. You know, the thing you jump with and the thing that crits while you're jumping. The primary and the melee. But usually everyone just kind of forgets about the secondary, and that's hurting them a lot in the long run. Well, I mean, I guess some people would think of the man-treads, but even then it's usually just a case of them using it because that's what Trolldiers are supposed to use, right? You just kind of slap them on and forget about them. And sure, you might get a kill with them every now and then. Like, oh, yay, you Goomba stomped somebody, even though you probably didn't even mean to, and you just missed your market garden and accidentally landed on top of them. But hey, congration, you done it. But seriously, what about all the other ones? After experimenting with other weapons for a while, I found that Trolldier can benefit from every single secondary weapon that the soldier has to offer. Well, most of them. For completion's sake, I'm going to be talking about every secondary the soldier has, including man-treads, and see what Trolldier can get out of them.
Nice.
So let's get started. The man-treads are usually the go-to choice for both new and old Trolldiers, since it strikes the perfect balance between being an actually helpful utility that you can use to position yourself and secure a garden, and being a memey slot filler that forces you to focus on your shovel. There's a certain silliness in having the option to shoot someone in the face with a fucking shotgun, but instead opting to wear this near-useless pair of boots. Plus, Goomba stopping people is just as dumb, if not more so, than the market gardener itself. So, ever since Jungle Inferno dropped, though, these things have actually become a pretty solid utility that allows a Trolldier to get in and get out more reliably. The first stat of note is that the wearer takes 75% less push force from damage. Note that this also applies to Air Blast, even though it's a non-damaging effect. Basically, what this will do for a Trolldier is ensure that he'll be able to move the way he wants to without interference from enemy players. So let's take this clip as an example. I'm gonna jump over here to the battlements to get this sniper, but he sees me coming. And this guy was actually really good. He knew how to deal with Trolldiers for the most part, and he knew that if he were to get a shot onto me, then the bullet would have enough knockback to throw me off course. Understanding this, he takes the safe option and goes for a no-scope air shot. And he hits it. Now, under most circumstances, this would slow me down enough to make me miss and have to retreat, when he could then go for a headshot to finish me off. But unfortunately for him, I'm wearing man-treads. So
you should have gone for the head.
I love it.
The optimal play here was to try and juke me by moving to the side and then moving back into the room to take a shot. Essentially, wearing these boots severely limits your target's options, and it forces them to fight on your terms. This also plays a role in escapes, too. Bullets, rockets, and even air blasts from enemies won't be able to stop you from, running away like a wimp and going to a health pack. In my opinion, this is one of the strongest, if not the strongest stat that the man-treads have to offer. Next, we've got the stat that gives you the 3 times falling damage to every player that you land on. This is the memeiest stat on the list, and, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so next let's talk—
Dude, I just love Soundsmith's humor, man. I think he just does a fantastic job of, like, blending in funny things and sounds and noises and whatnot, but also, you know, actually teaching you, like, good tips about the game.
Talk about that 200% increased air control. It's really good. Like, it's really good. The reason for this is simple. The most important part of Trolldering isn't how you're swinging the shovel, it's how you're jumping to put yourself in shoveling range. Positioning is key when you're playing Trolldier, and if you've got these things on, then you've basically given yourself a much tighter turning radius, meaning it'll be easier to put yourself in a place where you can hit your gardens. It also eases up the timing for a number of jumps, which gives you more options to approach and more opportunities to be unexpected. As far as downsides go, the man-treads don't have any to speak of, at least on paper. In practice, the downside is that it isn't a fucking shotgun, so that's kind of important. Regardless, this is by far the most common Trolldier secondary that you'll see, and while this video is called Secondary Showcase, I really wanted to use it to talk about how you can use other secondaries to influence your play, so let's go ahead and move on. The stock shotgun is very often looked down upon in the Trolldier community, because it's kind of stereotypically seen as a I can't hit my garden secondary. You know, the shotgun along with everything else that isn't the man-treads. Hey, isn't that funny? Really though, shotgun is great on every class that uses it because of one thing: consistent, reliable damage. Trolldier as a concept is very all or nothing. You either hit the garden or you miss.
Okay.
And then die. With the shotgun, you can at the very least have a fighting chance when you miss. It's also useful to deal with people who know how to juke Trolldiers, and it's nice for when you're jumping into a group of people. But the best advantage to packing a shotgun is undoubtedly for those situations where a single market garden just isn't gonna cut it. That's right, I'm talking about...
Oh my god!
Heavy. Oh god, heavy. See, if you're playing with boots or banners, this guy will fuck you up. Just straight up, heavy annihilates Trolldier. Because, like, great, you got a garden. You might have even done the frame-perfect garden stomp thing, but he's got 300 health. So 90% of the time, if you market garden a heavy, he's just gonna turn around and go...
What the fuck did you just fucking say about me, you little bitch?
I don't think it's possible for me to overstate how much heavy destroys Trolldier, but if you use a shotgun, well, you've at least got a fighting chance. I mean, following up burst damage to clean up a kill is, like, shotgun's thing. It makes sense that it'd be useful in a situation where that burst damage doesn't quite get the job done. I think it's also important to mention that using the shotgun in a Trolldier loadout can actually allow you to play a different playstyle from Trolldier entirely. It's kind of like buff flying scout? I don't know what to call it. Anyway, if you place your focus on your shotgun rather than your market gardener, it can actually be really, really fun. You should try it out sometime. Anyway, let's move on to the rest of the shotguns. The reserve shooter thrives as a combo weapon. If you can aim your rockets well and pop your target up into the air, you can effectively... Oh, right. Shit. Okay, so the reserve shooter might not be as great of a pick as the stock shotgun, simply because you can't take advantage of its upside very well. That being said, it's still got a niche. It's a tiny, tiny niche way over there in the corner, but it's still a niche. It's useful for denying bombing.
He said, it's a small group, but they're there.
Soldiers, demos, and jetpack pyros, but it also has a solid place in Trolldier 1v1s. Let's be honest, Trolldier duels are weird. They're weirder than pyro duels. Both Trolldiers will effectively one-shot the other, so it really just boils down to a bunch of jumping around and not committing to jumps until one person gets bored and goes for garden. And then they either hit it, or they miss. And die. And I mean, sure, there are a couple tricks you can pull out, like baiting out an overzealous jump and meeting them midair, breaking line of sight and reading where they'll show up next, etc., but it's still mostly just random neutral game. You know, come to think of it, it's roughly similar to a sniper duel. Except it's way cooler, because, you know, you're flying around at Mach 4. Anyway, the reserve shooter works against any blast jumping target, and that includes Trolldiers. So basically, this just gives you another solid option to take them out. Otherwise, this thing kinda sucks. But hey, if you're using a meme weapon, then there is a solid chance of silly shit going down. Get ready to pop, man. Okay, do it.
Wow.
Don't worry, guys. I destroyed the dispenser, guys. Don't worry. I destroyed the teleporter too.
Spencer, we got a bomb in now. Go.
Teleporter down, boys. Fucking did it.
Wow.
Oh heck, that is all the sentries. Okay.
That is all of them.
Right there, watch out. There's also a pyro.
Let's spec up. Oh wait, we have Uber. No. Let's go.
Go in.
Push in. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's go.
Shoot the shiny people. There's this fire on you guys. Oh, there's a mini up there. He's trying to stab the shiny people.
I can do this. Don't worry, guys. I got this.
Dang, dude.
I can do it. I fucking did it.
Wow.
Sentry fucking down.
Oh, man.
The panic attack is... Well, it's a shotgun.
It's
the
a
old
shotgun.
one was super cool and interesting, and it meshed really well with an ambush Trolldier playstyle. You could jump, load your shots midair, and land with a full clip, ready to annihilate anyone who happened to be there. But now that it got reworked, well, I think Minozit said it best.
The new panic attack is boring as fuck. The panic attack is now just another boring stat swapped shotgun, boring stat swapped shotgun, boring stat swapped shotgun, every other shotgun with some number changes. Boring.
What map was that? Was like, it was just like a completely, like everything was just completely white. What was that?
Yeah. So, is it better than stock? Maybe. I guess. I mean, the whole idea is that it comes out faster, can clean up damage easier due to the fixed wider shot
that's
spread,
right. Yeah,
and
yeah,
can
yeah.
technically deal more damage than stock if you ram it up your target's ass. All of those are things that Trolldiers can easily take advantage of, so yeah, you could probably get more use out of this than stock if you use it as a shit, I missed my garden button. If you're looking for consistent damage, maybe stick with the stock shotgun, but this definitely has its place. It's still just kind of boring. I'm really hoping Valve reintroduces its old stats somehow, maybe in a new weapon.
Man, that would be
That'd
awesome.
Cool. Anyway, time for banners. Or at least it would have been time for banners had I not severely underestimated how long this video was going to be and decided to split it into 2 parts. See, when I was writing this script, I didn't expect it to be 20 minutes long, and I only figured that out halfway through the week when the project started to take shape, so yeah, that's way too long. This one's a 2-parter. Next week, we'll talk about the banners and the memes, so that should be fun, but otherwise, that's all I've got. And in the interest of not leaving you hanging on a weird, unfulfilling mid-script note, here's this dumb little edit that I couldn't figure out how to integrate into the video. Enjoy, and I'll see you next week.
Oh my god, it's Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Oh man. Well, there's something at the end here. Oh. Okay, maybe not. Okay, that was part 1. That was awesome, man. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps out the channel here. If you want to see me continue to watch this series, just let me know in the comments down below. And that's all I got for you, man. So I will see you in the next video. And do not forget, it's Work Army for life.